was more about like the mindset, and like that's what I learned through therapy, and and then I did ayahuasca to try and get rid of it. Which is I'm definitely, look, I'm a lot better than what I used to be. But for you, you have, so it's health that triggers you, which is weird because Miles, in case you don't know, he's lost a lot of weight. Used to be a much larger man, not in a good way, but now he's much.
I was
he's
a
much
I was a
healthier.
big fat party animal.
Yes. That's why I became friends.
But my whole life growing up, I was like, I played sports, I played hockey, I was in shape, and then it wasn't until like my early 20s to mid 20s that I really fucking pushed maximum density.
Is that just because of drinking or what?
Yeah, I wasn't doing anything. I was
Yeah.
just drinking and partying all the time with my buddies, and like I wasn't working out at all. No working out, smoking weed, and like eating. And
That's literally me right now.
yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, I something needed to be done. So,
Though
and it's nice working out. I like working out.
Yeah, I started working out again last week, and then or a couple weeks ago, and then I got violently ill. I got a stomach flu. It was terrible.
Good way to lose weight quickly.
Yeah, I did. I lost like 6 pounds in 48 hours, so that was pretty good.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I gained most of it back, but
Yeah.
but that's the one thing that always like gets me to stop working out is either I get really sick or I hurt my back. Those, because I 10 years ago I began like working out like I got in really good shape. I
Yeah.
was great, and then I would hurt my back, and then I stopped working out. Like once you break the cycle, I find that it's super hard to get back into the pattern.
Yeah.
That's always the issue.
If it was easy, everybody would do it. Right?
That's right.
I quite enjoy it. If I don't work out, I get grumpy. Like,
Yeah, I
have
can
to
see
do
that.
it.
Especially like once you get into a habit of something and you don't, address that habit, then definitely I can see getting annoyed by
Yeah.
not working out.
But yeah, if you are on anxiety meds and you do drink, you probably know what I'm talking about with the next couple of days. So I try my best to be prepared for the next day. So I got like Gravol, magnesium, bananas.
Bananas.
I got coconut water for us.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm excited. I'm actually looking forward to drinking that.
Aspirin, all the good things, and just lay down. And I know a lot of people say smoke weed when you're hungover, takes away the nausea.
But you get anxiety,
Yeah, I can't do it.
so it's not going to work. The
anyway.
thing, when I engage in weed smoking while drinking, I find that it nullifies my drunkenness, which is weird. Like it's almost like a negative impact on. It sobers me up,
Yeah.
in a weird way.
Yeah.
So I try not to, especially for New Year's Eve. I want to be, in a good mood. I want to be happy.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I'm 2 beers in right now. I'm pretty happy.
Yep, I'm
So,
on my second beer
I'm
as
looking
well.
forward to counting down the year. What? So, any highlights?
Big year.
Any highlights for you this year?
Let me think.
I'm gonna have a hard time thinking of any.
It's always the thing, eh? There's a lot happened in 2022. First thing that comes to mind as a news story, in Canada was the Freedom Convoy that took place in, what was it, late January,
Yeah,
early February?
which was almost like this. This always happens. It's like something happens in the U.S., like January 6th, and then like a year later, like it happens here. So it's like the same shit this time.
Yeah, it was like
It
the
was
same, but like a lot
less
wasn't as
yeah,
violent.
Yeah, less of a risk to democracy.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of
But-
fucking yahoos
Yeah,
took over the Ottawa there for a little while.
yeah.
But,
With their massive trucks, just like
No,
sitting
no
outside.
deaths, I don't think. So,
No, I don't think so.
but yeah, that there's a guy actually. I don't know who he is, but he has his house is close to mine, and so I have to go by it every day to get home from work. And he's got a "fuck Trudeau" flag out front of his house, and now he's got one of those.
Look, I'm very critical of Trudeau as well.
As you should be.
But to make that your identity, and clearly anyone that has an F Trudeau flag, that's not because they're critical of him being pro capitalism. Like or like he's pro oil company. No, they're critical because they think he's become a dictator, and he's the son of Castro.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like,
All these conspiracies.
all because he recommends you wear masks.
They just, people just don't like Trudeau. And that's fine. Every leader in the free world
It's of
has
course
haters.
it's fine to have criticisms.
But, like, when I see those flags, I just immediately think, wow, you're a giant piss baby. And you just probably complain about everything.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, it's just it's the idea that like freedoms were taken away because you should have been vaccinated.
He also has one of those flags. He must have got it for Christmas because it's new. But it's like that snake one.
Oh, don't tread on me.
Yeah. And the
That's,
guy's home all the time, every day. It's like, you probably don't work.
Yeah. I mean, imagine like you asked for Christmas. Oh, for Christmas, my wife, I would like one of those "Don't Tread on Me" flags and an F Trudeau flag. Please.
Yeah.
You open it up on Christmas morning, you're so happy.
Yeah.
Put it up.
It's like, oh, yeah. Yes, don't tread on me, you fuckers. Yeah.
No, everyone will know. They cannot tread on me. And the ones that make me laugh the most are like the pickup trucks with like, I saw one with like 4 flags.
Yeah.
It was just like 2 giant Canadian flags, like F Trudeau, and like I probably had a "Don't Tread on Me" flag as well.
This dude, there's a truck that goes there, and it says on the back, "We the Fringe," and it also says, he also has like the Dutch flag for like the Dutch farmers. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but
I don't know enough about that to comment. I don't know.
it's
I'm
fun.
pro farmer, but I'm sure it's not.
yeah.
I'm sure it means more than that.
Anyway, so I guess that and Barbara Walters died yesterday.
She did die. Yeah. She had quite a career.
If you want to be a journalist, that's the career you want to have.
Yeah, I saw actually, maybe we can watch it. I saw an interview she did with Donald Trump back in like the early 90s. I think I retweeted it. Let me see, or it might have been on my other account.
I like Barbara Walters, how she interviewed everybody, and like anybody in pop culture for the last, I don't even know how many years, 50 years probably, or more. And she didn't even try to like hold back. She was very direct.
So yeah, I hadn't seen this interview before until she died. So I'm gonna zoom out a little bit here.
Sure.
There we go. So let's go down here and let's check this out.
All right.
Well, the new book is entitled Surviving at the Top. There are many people who would say failing at the top.
I hope the general public understands how inherently dishonest the press in this country is.
As a member of the press, let me try to clear up some of the things which you say are untrue. You write in your book, "My bankers and I worked out a terrific deal that allows me to come out stronger than ever. I see the deal as a great victory, and eventually the rest of the world will too." Being on the verge of bankruptcy, being bailed out by the banks,
Well, you don't have to say on the verge of
skating on
bankruptcy.
thin ice and almost drowning, that's a businessman to be admired?
You say on the verge of bankruptcy, Barbara, and you talk on the verge, and you listen to what people are
I
saying.
talk to your bankers.
Well, that's fine. And what do they say? I mean, depending on which banker you're talking to,
Several.
what do they say? I'm the only one people write about. I mean, they don't write about other people.
You have a little more debt than most people. You're something like $3 billion
I
in
also
debt.
have a little more assets than most people.
Okay, you have debts to pay back.
Right.
You have huge loans to pay back. You say the country is in a depression. What makes you think that you can pay back those loans? And further, what your bankers have told us is that the only way you even have a chance is by selling that property out there totally, the plaza.
Well, I don't know what the bankers have said. The plaza's a very valuable property. Everybody told me, oh, you paid too much, you paid too much. Now they're all saying what a great deal he made
No,
on the
they're not.
plaza.
You yourself said that
It's amazing.
you saw your children maybe once a week. You're having a lot of difficulties with your 12-year-old son, Donnie. You haven't talked to him
Don
since
Jr.
May. Do you believe in fidelity in marriage?
Yes, absolutely, I do.
In the current issue of Vanity Fair, the author Marie Brenner says that you read from Hitler's collected speeches, My New Order, and that these are speeches that you seem to admire. What's your reaction? Do you have this book?
A friend of mine sent me a book, a man who I think is Jewish, although I don't know.
who I think is Jewish.
That was great.
And as you can see in these tabs, we got some Andy Tate coming up.